he doesn't want to go to school. Ben Simmons doesn't want to go to school. And how can you blame him, right? He's a month away from going to the tournament. And then as soon as the tournament's over, early April, he's done. He's getting ready for the NBA. I mean, John, is it the academic side of sports, especially in basketball, we want to ignore. But can you blame a kid like Ben Simmons, who's been told since he was probably a junior in high school, yeah, you're going to go to school for 1 year because you got to, and then you're going to bounce?
No, I mean, I don't think you can, Teague. And I also think, though, when you're looking at, Ben Simmons, I think that the one thing we need to be cognizant of, before we really kind of anoint him to a certain level is that the number one statistic, and you know this better than anybody, that people want to see at the highest level is winning. And right now, I think if the tournament started today, LSU would not be a participant in the field of 68.
Wow.
LSU is officially playing with fire after what we saw on Saturday at Tennessee. Tennessee did not have its best player, Kevin Punter, in the lineup, and LSU still went to Knoxville and laid an egg. And, Teak, a couple of weeks ago, I had the pleasure of sitting in on the NCAA's mock selection process. And we really went through the bracket for 2 days for a hoops junkie. It was an absolute dream. And the level of separation between potential 7 and 8 seeds and potential teams that are right on the cusp of being in the bracket is closer than it's ever been in college basketball. So if you're LSU and you lose a home game to Alabama and then you lose at Tennessee without a guy like Kevin Punter, you're taking several steps back in terms of potentially having a chance to go to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, they're soundly on the bubble. If they don't make it to the NCAA tournament, do you think he even plays in the NIT?
Oh, he'll play in the NIT. That's actually, something to keep an eye on because then, the NCAA could have Ben Simmons in Madison Square Garden, which would be a good attraction, too, if LSU would advance to the NIT's Final Four.
Yeah, you're right. You look at John Rothstein, obviously, your CBS Sports basketball analyst. You look at the rankings right now, and maybe you'll get an indication in the next week or so who the 1 seeds are going to be. But Villanova, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa, North Carolina is obviously in this conversation, as is Virginia. Who do you think or who do you see getting the number 1 seeds? And really, does it matter?
It matters probably less than it has in years, Tiki. I think right now Villanova will get the 1 seed in the East. I think Kansas looks like for a safe bet as far as, the other number 1 seed. But, as far as the other 2 spots, look, if Virginia or North Carolina got hot, won the ACC regular season title, and then went on to win the ACC tournament, I think one of those teams would find the spot on the 1 line. The interesting team to watch in terms of potential number 1 seed is Xavier. Xavier hosts Villanova on Wednesday night at the Cintas Center, one of the more anticipated games we've seen since this new reconfiguration of the Big East. And if Xavier were to win that game and then go on to win the Big East tournament, I think the Musketeers could be in position to be on the 1 line.
Is there a team out there, John, that's on nobody's radar, but's playing really good basketball that are